Hello everyone, I am Maxim and in this war report I will tell you about what happened in the last few weeks, what is happening now, and I will analyze the possibilities that Ukraine has now, that the Rasputitsa or the MAD are coming to the end and finally they can resume ground operations. In the last few weeks, as you can see in the map in this arrow, the Russians have withdrawn for the left side of the Dnipro River. This was due because of the fact that their position, although sustainable in the medium term, would cause them a large number of casualties defending its position because it was so exposed. Sorokin, the leader of the Russian army, ordered withdrawal, and once the Russians have done anything correct, about five only 15 units of abandoned equipment have been reported, which is a little compared to the North Ukrainian offensive in Izium. As you know, the Rasputitsa is ending these days and the floor is being more solid and the tanks can advance by the earth. And this has allowed both sides to move tens of thousands of soldiers to other points on the front, so we are left with three options for Ukraine to continue its advances. The first one and the craziest of these options I will comment is landing across the Dnipro River. It is crazy because for Ukraine it will be getting into the same situation and problem than the Russians were in a few weeks ago, and Ukraine cannot afford that number of casualties. So we probably have the rule in out that option because Ukraine didn't have the capacity to do these operations. Maybe you have seen videos of the Kinburn split, but I think they that operations are only for spying Russian positions or try the forces of Russian positions, and I think Ukraine will not do anything bigger in this part of the front. The next option, what is more plausible option, and although also risky, although less than the first, would be to attack in Zaporizhia zone in the land corridor that Russia has now. This would allow the captured territory to be divided in two and advance towards the Crimea. Although the advance is greater than since it's about 19 kilometers away. It is the most decisive and strategic point, and I consider that even if it is risky, it's the best option. That is why we have recently been seeing videos of precision strikes in this area and the Russians non-stop warning that reinforcements of Ukraine are arriving to this area, although it may lead it a diversionary maneuver for the Ukrainians to attack in another area. And the last option is to attack in the north of Lugansk, is what we are seeing for now. The Ukrainians are approaching Svatove and Kremina. At the same time of recording this video, they are less than 1 kilometer away, and if they manage to break through the defenses, they could capture the entire Lugansk Oblast. Is their area less defended by the Russians, but the least populated and least strategic. So its value, although symbolic, is less than the attack on Zaporizhia. And the most important news in the international scene about Ukraine that are, for example, 18 billions of euros of financial aid to Ukraine have been approved by the European Union. Also, large quantities of generation and generators are being delivered to Ukraine. Anti-aircraft defenses continue to be delivered, and Sweden is considering sending fighters to Ukraine. Also, Bulgaria has approved a new package of help for Ukraine with cargo planes, and Finland have sent some BTRs to Ukraine and VCI, infantry combat vehicles. Also, Germany will send 7 more Gepards anti-aircraft systems and also 14 robots for taking people from the ground and sending to hospitals.